Have you ever sat down to work, but your mind refused to stay still? You try to focus, but suddenly you're thinking about something you said 3 years ago, or something that hasn't even happened yet. And the worst part? You're not tired because of work. You're tired because of your own thoughts. If that feels familiar, this story might change the way you see your mind forever. In a quiet village hidden between distant mountains, there lived a young man named Elias. From the outside, his life looked normal, but inside, it was chaos. His mind never stopped. Thoughts came without permission and refused to leave. Every night, he replayed his past, every mistake, every regret, and every day, he feared the future. What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? What if everything goes wrong? It was endless, like a storm that never passed. One evening, while sitting alone, he overheard travelers talking about a small temple hidden deep in the forest, and an old monk who once lived in the busy world but left everything behind. They said he didn't teach with words, he taught with experience. For the first time in a long time, Elias felt hope. The next morning, he left the village and began his journey. After days of walking through rough paths and silent woods, he finally reached the temple. It was simple, surrounded by tall trees. In front of it sat the old monk, still and calm. Elias stepped forward and said, "Master, my mind won't stop. I can't rest. I can't focus. I feel lost." The monk looked at him with calm understanding and said, "If you truly want peace, follow me." He led Elias to a narrow path as the sun began to fade. Then he lit a small candle, a quiet flame, soft but alive. He placed it in Elias's hands and said, "Walk through the forest and come back. But remember, do not let the flame go out." Elias stepped into the forest. The wind moved through the trees, branches creaked, and shadows danced around him. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind shook the flame. For a moment, it almost disappeared. Elias froze, then quickly protected it with both hands. Step by step, he moved forward, and something began to change. The noise faded. The fear disappeared. Even time felt slower. There was no past, no future, only the flame. When Elias returned, the candle was still burning. The monk looked at him and asked, "Did you hear the wind?" Elias shook his head. "Did you see the shadows?" He answered, "No." The monk smiled. When your mind holds on to one thing, everything else disappears. In that moment, Elias understood something deeper. The problem was never the noise. It was never the world. It was his lack of focus. His mind was not broken. It was simply untrained. For the first time, he stopped fighting his thoughts and chose where to place his attention. That night, under a sky full of stars, Elias sat quietly. No chaos, no storm, just silence. Because now he understood something most people never do. Peace is not something you find, it is something you create. And deep inside him, the flame was still burning. If your mind has been noisy lately, remember this. You don't need to control everything. You just need to protect your focus. And once you do, the world becomes quiet.